Hey, welcome back to my classroom. So last week we were supposed to take the assessment for 6EE9, and I just felt like you guys weren't quite there yet. And so I ended up deleting that Edge Elastic test assessment, and you're going to take it again this week, but on Wednesday. So if you never took it, that's okay. I cleared out the old one and reassigned it, but I think you guys need a little bit of help. So I have version 3 of it as a review. And so you're going to check out this, and then that should help you. If you take some notes, that should help you on the Edge Elastic assessment that's called 6EE9 version 2. And what you're going to need to do with that is you can go ahead and use your notes. If you take these notes down in your SBM or on a piece of paper, you can use that for the Edge Elastic 6EE9 version 2 assessment. Okay, so let's take a look at this first one. It says, which variable in the following function is the independent variable? Well, we know the independent variable is the one that can change, and the dependent variable changes based on what the independent variable is. So the independent variable is always the x. Always x for independent. The dependent variable is always your y. All right, so let's take a look at number 2 here. It says write an equation from a function table relating d distance to t time. Okay, instead of having x and y, we have t and d. T is x, d is y. All right, so you're gonna do the stack, subtract, build a house thing. So I always take my second point here, and I'm gonna put it here. That's my square. Ooh, so hard to draw. Okay, and then 24 is my triangle. And I'm not even going to try to put a triangle around it. We're just going to put a triangle beside it. Oh, that doesn't even look like one. Okay, so that actually says 2 and 24. And we're going to actually subtract 1 and 12 from it. So I'm going to take 1 here, 12 here. I'm sorry that doesn't look like real numbers. And we're going to subtract. 2 minus 1 is 1, and that is my square, and it goes on the bottom of the house because that's what a little kid would draw as a house. And then on top would be my triangle. And so I have 24 minus 12, which is actually the answer, 12. Now, I'm going to simplify this. 12 over 1 simplifies to 12. So this is going to be d equals 12. And then instead of times x, we're going to look at what our x value is here, which is t. Then what you would do is just multiply the first t value or x value and see if we need to add or subtract anything to get from it to get d. So if you look at 1, well, 1 would be for t, so it'd be 12 times 1, which equals 12, which is what we get here. Let's try this. 12 times 2 equals 24, which is what we get here. And then 12 times 3 is 36, which is what we get there. So our equation is finished. We don't need to add or subtract anything to it. All right, let's take a look at the next problem. Now it says, using the equation that we wrote, which was d equals 12t, determine how far you would travel in 4.5 hours. Hours is t, so I'm literally going to plug in 4.5 here. So I'm going to do d equals 12 times 4.5. And we just need to put this in a calculator real quick. It takes me longer to actually write it than to do the problem itself, which is 54. So our answer here would be 54 miles would be our D. Okay, let's take a look at the next problem, which is, this is very much like when we did the business simulation and you guys made posters. A towing company charges $20 to come out to your car. So that's just a flat time fee, $20 to come out. That's like your constant. And then $5 per mile. And that is your coefficient, the one that's touching your x. In this case, they're making us use C for cost and M for miles. So $5 per mile, that's how you know where the M goes. So this is going to be cost equals, so your total cost, C, is equal to 5 times M, and then your initial value that you always have to pay for them to come to you and get your car, which is $20. So that would be your equation there. Again, that should look really familiar from when we were doing the business simulation. Okay, if you take a look at number 5, it says, which of the following functions matches the table below? So the first thing that we need to look at is our stack, subtract, build a house. So I would do my second point here, which is 7 and 16, and I would subtract 4 and 10 from that. So 7 minus 4, that is our 7 minus 4 is our house bottom, which is 3. Ooh, sorry. And then 16 minus 10 is our house top, which is 6. What does 6 over 3 simplify to? Hopefully you can see 6/3, or 6 divided by 3 is 2. All right, so it can't be A. It can't, and it can't be C because we always have Y as our answer and X is our one touching our coefficient. So it's not that. So it could be B or D. Now we need to see, are they adding 2 or subtracting 2? So let's do 4 times 2, which is 8. And then the answer is 10, so we should be adding 2. Let's try it over here. 2 times 9, which is 18, plus 2 is 20. So the answer here is going to be B. All right, let's take a look at the next one here, which is which function below matches the graph. So the first thing that we need to look for is our initial value. What are we starting out with? And that's our constant. That's our plus or minus something. And we are starting out right there with an initial value of $50. That's a one-time balance beginning, $50. So that happens once. So it will not be this, and it will not be this. So we've got 50 here, and we go, oh, wait, there's no 50. So let's double check that our coefficient with the X is 100. So you do rise over run. So it goes from 50 to 150. That's a rise of 100. Ooh, drawing. Ooh, that's terrible. And then our run, rise over run, run is over 1. Oh, and you can see it's 1 right here. You have to pay attention to these numbers so that you don't accidentally think that this is 2 over 1, because it's not. It's up 100 over 1. Paying attention to the intervals. And then that simplifies to 100. So yes, the answer is C. Now, it says from number 7, for number 7, if you take a look at number 6, it says the balance in dollars or the number of deposits is the independent variable, and we're supposed to circle the answer. The independent variable is always your X, which is number of deposits here is our independent variable. The Y is always your dependent variable. All right. Hopefully I'll get better at drawing on these eventually here. All right, and then our last problem. Given the function relating to months on a diet, M, and weight loss, W, how long would it take to lose 40 pounds? So if the equation was your final weight loss is equal to 2.5 pounds per month, which one would give you a W of 40? Now, you could just take 2.5 times 100, 2.5 times 15, 2.5 times 42, and 2.5 times 16 and see which one gives you the answer 40. The other thing you could do is use inverse operations. So M is being multiplied by 2.5, so I would divide by 2.5 on both sides. Ooh, that doesn't look like a 5. Let's pretend it is. And so I would take 40 and divide by 2.5. I cannot write all this for this video to end. So we're going to take 40 divided by 2.5. And I get the answer 16. So my final answer here is 16. Again, if you didn't follow that, just simply plug in each of your values and figure out which one will give you that 40 answer. Okay, hopefully this will help you for the assessment that you are to take on Wednesday. If you have questions, please contact me. And then also, I think I'd like to do a live chat on Friday. So if you're still struggling on what I need day, which is going to be what we're doing on Fridays each week, you can check that out. And throughout the day, I'll have a chat available that you can just type in and check in with me. All right, thanks so much for watching. See y'all later. Bye.